Through most of World War II, it was radio. You know, we used to get all our news, and we'd listen to the newscasters every night on what progress had been made or not made in the war. We used to hear Edward R. Murrow from London, and then we would hear President Roosevelt's speeches, and you know, in his fireside chats that he would have, and it was a memorable area. But most families, you know, at some point in the evening, they would all gather around the radio and listen. And of course, we had our own children's program. Bart mentioned a couple earlier. You know, there was the Lone Ranger and the Green Hornet and all Flash Gordon. They had all those serial programs on the radio.
Dagwood and Blondie.
Blondie and Dagwood, Burns and Allen, Charlie McCarthy, and Edgar Bergen. Oh golly, the Marx Brothers.
One Man's Family.
Yeah, that was like a soap opera, and but you would listen to those serials, you know, every week when they'd come on or whenever it was, you know. And during the war, the way we really got the most news outside of the radio was every Saturday we'd go to the movie house. They had newsreels that they would play before they played the big main feature.
They would show the latest ones from the war.
Yeah, and they would show, you know, the picture of Hitler and everybody boo, and then they'd show the planes bombing some Italian city, and we'd all go yay and cheer, you know. But that was our only communication.
Well, actually, until I was 10, when we lived on East Felton Street, I loved laying on the floor next to my mother's fainting couch and listening to The Shadow.
Radio, yeah.
Listening to we had no TV. In fact, the restaurant had the first TV in the neighborhood, and but that was, you know, long afterwards. But I loved listening to the radio.
Yeah, Dad bought one of the first TVs in town for the bar.
People would crowd around.
But it was real small. The first one he had in the bar that I remember was maybe an 8-inch, about an 8-inch screen.
7-inch.
Yeah, but then he put a big
magnifier.
A big magnifier, big thick piece of glass in front of it that magnified it, made it bigger. You know, only if you were standing right in front of it, of course. But
people used to crowd around because they had newsreels from the war.
Yeah, we had news.
And you could see a lot of news of the war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was slow coming, and there was a guy that was into TV, or might have had a TV repair shop, I don't know, that used to come in, one of Dad's customers. And he ran a pretty good bar bill and couldn't pay it, so he built a TV for Dad. We had that up in the house. That was back in the days where, you know, 9 out of 10 hours of the day they had test pattern on. There was only one station in Buffalo, and so there was only one program, and most of the time they didn't have programs. They had very few programs, and as time went, there were more and more and more. But they, you know, there were big long gaps of hours during the day that
we saw a lot of test pattern.
Yeah, there was nothing on, just a test pattern. It didn't matter that much because our first TV, the screen was the size of a pack of cigarettes. It was just little tiny, and it was a big long metal case about 2.5 feet long, but the screen was on the end. It was only very tiny, and of course black and white. But it was TV. Up till then, it was all radio.